All right, guys. We are live with another one, guys. We are live with another one, and topic of discussion. Topic of discussion today is: can any of these other organizations survive? Okay, that is the topic of discussion today. I mean, they all try to follow the blueprint. They all try to follow the blueprint of what the UFC had and how they started out. And I see a lot of these organizations trying to they try to separate themselves from the UFC, right? And I don't know if you guys ever heard of this term, keep it keep it simple, stupid. You ever heard that term? Keep it simple, stupid. That's kind of what I wish these organizations would do because there's a lot of organizations such as the PFL, the GFL especially, where they find themselves in a position where they can start an organization, but they want to separate themselves so much from the UFC that they're willing to, throw out just a new way of delivering it to the fans. You know what I mean? And that's like teaching an old man new tricks. And as we know, guys, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That is factual, okay? Now, with that said, it's just what I mean by that is the fans are so in tuned and they're so used to digesting uh what they're seeing from the UFC for so long that they're used to the way the UFC delivers it to the fans. So when you have organizations like the PFL and GFL try to change up things like a tournament style type of uh fight, it kind of changes the dynamic of how the fans, the viewers are going to really digest everything. And I think that's the reason why a lot of these organizations can't survive. They try to just be too different. How you doing, Kyla? How you doing, Kyla? Like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, Kyla. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Blessed to you and yours. But yeah, guys. I mean, a lot of these organizations just try to separate themselves a little bit too much from the UFC. How you doing? Hi guys. How you doing, guys? Hopefully you having a good one, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. And I honestly think a lot of these organizations don't need to. A lot of the bigger organizations like Pride, Strike Force, those organizations they delivered it the same way the UFC delivers their product. Not much different. Not much different. And I honestly think that's the reason why the UFC sought out to buy these organizations because they saw the threat. They saw that they were keeping it simple. OEMMA TV. Yes, Kyla. Yes, how you doing? Romantic. How you doing? Bless, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, all right? Don't forget to click that bell notification, guys. It keeps us all connected. But yeah, guys, I mean, I think that's the reason why the UFC sought out these organizations because they saw the threat in these organizations keeping it simple, just like the UFC does their business. I mean, Strike Force was a great organization. I watched that, I watched a lot of their fights. Their fights were very entertaining. They had a lot of fighters that were entertaining in general. But you know, Pride as well. Pride was another organization that, man, a lot of those fights were legendary. You know what I mean? Which you know what I mean? We're talking about Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Vanderlei Silva, Dan Henderson. I mean, the who's who. Coming from Pride, and they kept it simple. Yeah, Pride had some different, you know, they had different ways of delivering it to the fans in the aspect of, you know timed rounds. How you doing, Jason Nine? What's going on, Jason Nine? Hopefully you're having a good one. Welcome back to the chat, guys. Welcome back to the chat. And topic of discussion today, guys, is why can't these or organizations survive? Organizations like Pride and like especially like the GFL. I mean, the GFL was a complete joke. I mean, they were signing all the retirees. Literally, they weren't they were not signing retirees. Everybody who retired from the UFC was sought after. Okay, they were called on a meeting, and they definitely were told that they were going to get $1 million contract. They were selling these fighters pipe dreams, guys. Pipe dreams. But UFC is going to stay on top for at least a good time. I mean, it's crazy to think, man, because I mean, all of like in all reality, if an organization just comes out right now and they just keep it simple, they keep it simple. They don't try to be totally different, where they come out and try to have this tournament type of organization, or this GFL bullshit team organization. Like, if they just keep it simple, like Strike Force did and like Pride did, if they just keep it simple like that, I think there could be an organization out there that will thrive. Honestly, I really do. I really do think so, especially right now with the UFC, the way they're delivering their product, where it's a shit product, guys. I mean, did you guys watch my post fight, show reaction to the Ultimate Fighter, guys? I gave it a soft 5. You know what I mean? If I was rating the show 1 out of 10, I gave it a soft 5, and I was being nice, guys. Okay, it could have been a 4, all right, but I gave it a soft 5 just because, guys. I mean, the show is dead and the show is dying, and I think in the next 2 years there won't be any Ultimate Fighter show. It'll only be the Contender Series, and I think that's where another organization can thrive as well. If another organization can just jump in there, right, and do their own type of thing, I think we're in business, guys. I think we're in business. What's up, Dean? How you doing? How you doing? UFC versus KFC. I think KFC wins all day. I mean, they have a 99% rate of not selling chicken. You know what I mean? What's up, OE? What's going on, King? Welcome back to the chat, guys. Welcome back to the chat, guys. All right. And topic of discussion is, what type of organization would thrive and can compete with the UFC. Obviously, Pride, they can't compete with the UFC. They just can't. You know what I mean? They've been struggling hard, as they just been struggling. You know what I mean? And obviously GFL, they couldn't even get off the ground. They literally couldn't even get dressed. They just threw their hands up and said, unfortunately, we're done. Did you pray today? That's always, man. That is always, man. That is always, King. That is always. That's why I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm blessed. That's why I'm blessed. You feel me? But I honestly think that if another organization keeps it simple. Um, what else? It doesn't have to be very big. Like, they don't have to be like, they don't have to try to be huge like the UFC. If they just try, if they just do their thing, you know what I mean? And not only do they do their thing, but they thrive in the aspects of where the UFC don't thrive. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the UFC right now, they don't have a very good heavyweight division, right? And they're struggling in the women's division as well. So if an organization can start off like the WEC, where you know it's, I mean, visually it looks just like the UFC, but competitively there's better competitors in that organization. You know what I mean? Or there's the same amount of great competitors in that organization like there is in the UFC, but it's just in a smaller aspect. Do you know? No, I don't. I do not know. Stay away from me, Jason. Oh man, there's drama in the chat, man. There is drama in the chat. Hopefully, there's no drama there, guys. There's no guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Okay. All right. But that's my thoughts right there on what type of organization will really compete against the UFC. Uh, I think it's a perfect time. I think it's a perfect time for another organization to just jump in and start mixing it up. Just because, like I said, the UFC is not really changing anything they're doing. They're not really changing anything. Look at the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, shit hasn't changed. All right, it's gotten worse. Actually, the product has gotten worse. And look at the UFC Apex. Look at the UFC Apex. I mean, the UFC Apex was started because of the coronavirus, and we're still, we're in 2025, and they're still delivering us with UFC Apex cards. So if you can't tell that the UFC is just definitely not trying, guys, they're not trying. So for another organization to jump in right now, this is the time. This is the time to do it. You know, where they're in negotiations with the TV deal, trying to find where they're gonna land. This is the time to jump into this shit right now. Okay? Bro, still mad from the thigh woman thing. Oh man. Oh shit. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Yeah, man. I mean, to each their own, man. To each their own, guys. To each their own. I don't know anything about that. They have underground Yakuza gangs. Some Yakuza gangs have underground cage fights. The vibes are crazy, man. You have to watch it. I think I've watched some fights like that. I remember I watched two guys fight in a container. It was a two guys fighting in a container. I watched that. I also watched two guys fight in a pool. You know what I mean? They were just they were in a pool, and they even used the water as a weapon to hit the water and distract their opponent. It was some crazy stuff right there, man. I mean, even the Russian phone booth fighting is kind of nuts. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things. I mean, I'm not talking about things like that. I'm talking about like mixed martial arts in general. That's like more street fighting. Uh, I saw in a reel John Jones learning how to swim. Really? I mean, I think I hope he knows how to swim. I thought they couldn't swim. Oh man, that's messed up. Kidding. I'm sorry. That's crazy, guys. That is crazy. But yeah, guys. I mean, I miss a lot of these organizations like Strike Force, WEC. I wish they would have stuck around. I wish they would have stuck around because I mean, man, they would have been thriving right now. Strike Force would have been a lot bigger. I mean, WEC would have been a lot bigger, especially thriving with their smaller champions. Um, geez, I mean, a lot of things could have been different if a lot of organizations just would have just you know invested in themselves, instead of invested in the money. Russians be doing 5-on-5 no rules cage fighting. Yeah, I've seen that, man. That's crazy. Dirty boxing is good too. Uh, I guess so. Tom preparing to fight John's learning how to swim. Sounds reasonable. Oh God, that's hilarious, man. That is funny, guys. That is a funny one. Oh man. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know what's really. I don't know what's next for these organizations. I don't know what's next for these companies, man. I really don't. I really don't know what's next. I man, I wish the GFL had a better idea because their idea sucked. Signing, fighters that shouldn't even be fighting anymore. Like when they signed Tony Ferguson, I literally I fell down to my knees, guys. I fell down to my knees just thinking of the thought of Tony Ferguson, getting KO'd again, you know, and in another organization called GFL, guys. I mean, I could. It's bad enough, I watched Tony Ferguson go on an 8-fight losing streak, right? But at least it was in the UFC, right? But if Tony Ferguson was to retire and sign with another organization called GFL and get slept in that organization, I don't think I could recover, guys. I'm just being real, guys. I don't think I can recover from that shit. All right. So when I'm, oh my gosh, Minion in the back from your collection is staring at us. Yes, he is. He is staring at y'all, guys. He is my. He got my back. He got my back all day, every day. You feel me? So be careful, bro. I need some organizations to allow PD usage. Imagine two big black men throwing bombs. Pause. Yo, King, you tripping, bro. You are straight tripping and you falling and you can't get up. All right. And that is just real right there. Um, guys, you really think the UFC you really think the UFC is not allowing steroid and PED usage? You guys are really thinking that? If you guys are really thinking that, you guys are sleeping at the wheel, guys. You guys are sleeping at the wheel. Literally. I don't know what rock you've been under, but if you honestly think the UFC is not letting their prestigious fighters use PEDs and steroids, you're sleeping. All right? You're sleeping. Not as they used to, but make it public though. You said, but make it public though. I mean, I don't think they're gonna make it public though. You know what I mean? Just because there's always a lot of backlash that goes into it. I mean, guys, go look up the Olympics and how many Olympic athletes get caught using PEDs and steroids. The percentages is crazy. All right, they're all using it. They're all using it. Okay, all of them. Look at cyclists, guys. These are guys on bicycles. I repeat, guys, bicyclists. I mean, cyclists, guys in bicycles, guys on bicycles are using steroids, PEDs, fucking blood transfusions. Guys on bicycles, guys, are cheating. And if you think fighters who are putting their life at risk, causing CTE to each other, you think they're not going to be cheating and taking PEDs and doing what is necessary to succeed? You guys are not living in reality. Really, you're not. You're not. Just, oh my gosh. Uh, Dana would bet on John Jones if Jones fought a gorilla. Maybe, man. Maybe. For real. LOL. I want them juice to the gills, bro. Unk is talking to 7 people. Yes, I am, Roach. I am talking to 7 people. I am talking to seven. I sometimes talk to no one. All right. Sometimes there's no one on here. You know what I mean? I just make my videos. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to I don't like to edit videos. I rather do live, so I just do my lives and post my videos on YouTube. That's the way I do them, man. That's the way I like posting my videos. So if you're gonna come on here and be disrespectful, be prepared for the backlash. Okay. Long time, man. What happened to your beard? It went away, man. It went away. How you doing? How you doing? Long time on the chat, man. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the chat. Hopefully you're having a good one and blessed to you and yours. And yeah, man, it had to go. The beard had to go. It's been a while. It's been a while, man. What do you think about Cowboy? What do I think about Cowboy? I mean, he's retired. He's doing his cowboy things. I mean, isn't he competing in some bull wrestling or something like that, or bull riding, something like that? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Who the is this guy? I have no idea. Uncle doesn't sound right, Mister OE would literally pull your X and your necks. Thank you, Dina. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, guys. Um, but yeah, guys. I mean. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say when it comes to all these other organizations. But a lot of them are sleeping at the wheel. But I tell you what, I'm not sleeping at the wheel right now with my UFC fight predictions because as it stands right now, I'm 101 and 76 for my UFC fight predictions for this year for 2025, guys. And I'm hoping to get more dubs this weekend on Saturday. You know, I did have Blatchfield beating Macy Barber. I do have that one in the books. There's some this is a trash ass card as usual, trash ass card, but hopefully it delivers. Hopefully it delivers because if it doesn't, uh, like I said, it's gonna be another trash ass one, right? The UFC don't give a damn. Glazed donuts for sales. Oh, that's sad, man. That's I don't like donuts. Uh, I don't like glazed. You feel me? What if a silverback gorilla versus all current UFC fighters? Who do you think would win? I honestly think a silverback gorilla could possibly kill all of them. You know what I mean? All he needs to really do is run himself into them, right? At full speed, he could just knock out about at least 15 of them just by crashing into them. You know what I mean? And let's not imagine grabbing, the actual grabbing, unheard of the strength of a silverback gorilla. I mean, kicks and Brazilian jiu jitsu isn't gonna save you guys. Okay, it isn't gonna save you. Dana still would bet on John Jones. He probably would, guys. Dana would definitely, most likely, bet on John Jones. That is factual. That is factual. He probably would bet on John Jones. I mean, there's rumors out there right now that Tom Aspinall will be fighting somebody soon. I mean, he's not going to be fighting John Jones, but he's going to be fighting somebody. And I tell you what, it's not exciting. It's not exciting. I mean, if that's the fight that they're gonna, that's in the rumor mill, and they try to put that fight out there, the fans are not gonna like that one. The only thing the fans are gonna like and appreciate about it is if John Jones gets stripped. That's it. What if Mr. Dana was Mrs. Dana? I don't know, man. I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea about that. Mrs. Dana, I could tell you what, she could take a hell of a punch. She could take a hell of a kick as well because Dana White smacked the shit out of her. She falls to the ground, and Dana White still kicked her while she was down, guys, and she was still able to get back up to her feet. That's a strong bitch. I'll tell you that much, bro. A UFC fighter named Jekka. I don't know. I don't know that UFC fighter, man. I don't. What is Francis doing? Francis right now he has a situation going on right now where there was a motorcycle accident. He was riding a motorcycle, and unfortunately, he got into a motorcycle accident, crashed, and a young girl had died on site. So as it stands right now, Francis Ngannou is dealing with that situation with the family, and yeah, that's what's going on with Francis Ngannou right now. I think Mrs. Dana would literally marry John Jones. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I think Mrs. Dana, she's she would not marry John Jones. Okay, she doesn't even want to marry Dana White. Okay. Still, what is it? Nagano is trying boxing. Didn't he almost KO Tyson Fury? He did, Jason. He did. What the fuck? When did that happen? Well, it happened. I want to say he's been dealing with this for the last, I want to say, 3 to 4 weeks. Francis Ngannou been dealing with it. It's been slowly, trickling into the media. It's been slowly trickling into the media. That's why not a lot of people know about the situation with Francis Ngannou, but that's the situation Francis Ngannou has right now that he's dealing with is that motorcycle car accident and a death of a female on the site of his motorcycle car accident, unfortunately. But blessed to the family, and rest in peace to the girl that lost her life. And Francis Ngannou is dealing with a lot right now, man. He really is. I meant, what if Dana White was a woman? Oh man, I don't know, guys. I don't think that could be possible. I don't think Dana White can be a woman. All right, with that much baldness, I don't think so. Why do you think Dana loves John Jones? I think Dana loves John Jones for the simple. I'm gonna be real with you right now. Dana loves John Jones because there's nothing else with legacy in the UFC. If we're talking about legacy, long lasting legacy, there's nothing else in the UFC than John Jones, than that. You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why Dana White is trying to hold on to John Jones, because he's trying to hold on to that aspect of that legacy aspect of John Jones. And there's nobody else, right now that brings that to the UFC. So he's gonna protect that as much as he can. Love, nah, obsession is the right word. Yes, man, Dean, I agree. You think John Jones, when he was in the UFC, you think could I don't know what you think Ngannou could beat Jones if he was in the UFC? Yeah, I do think Ngannou has a good chance to beat John Jones, especially with Ngannou. He's worked on his wrestling defense, and he's worked on his wrestling as well. He's very strong. He has an ability to knock you the fuck out in the first round. So I think he has a definite chance to beat John. If anybody had a chance, it is Francis Ngannou, especially with that power, guys. That's real. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get out of here soon. All right, I'm about to be out. Ugh, gotta crack my back. Wanted to keep this one short and sweet, guys. So rapid fire, guys. I'm out of here in the next 3 minutos. Okay, I'm out of here. I gotta hit the calles. Okay, I gotta hit the calles. All right. Do you think Kirby? Uh, nah, probably not. It's 8:34 p.m. in my country. It is 8:34 p.m. It's morning time over here where I'm at right now. It is morning time where I'm at right now. And it's late night where you're at, man. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're watching me, late at night. Hopefully, I can guide you, you know what I mean, to entertaining night right to your sleep. You feel me? You feel me? It is 8:34. That's what's up. That's when the party gets started right there, right? 8:34, huh? Ah, man. I'm gonna stay on here for another 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Rapid fire, guys. Dean, where you from, bro? That's what King wants to know where you from. Where you from, Dean? I think he said what is he from? India or something? Where is he from? Where is Dean from? Nepal. Oh, okay. All right. That is what's up. Bless. Bless. All right, guys. One more minute. I'm out of here, guys. So the land of Mount Everest. Oh yes, yes, that's what he said. Yes. That is what he said. We talked about that. I forgot about that, Dean. We had talked about that. About the little story that I found out about, people from over there, they have bigger lungs. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. And don't forget to click that bell notification, guys. It keeps us all connected in this beautiful community. I couldn't do it without you guys, all right? The goal for this year was to hit 500 subscribers. We surpassed that now, guys. We're not even, halfway, through the year yet. And here we are, surpassed, the goal. So let's keep going, guys. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep hustling. And let's keep building this community Let's get this community to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. You know what it is, guys. But anyways, like and subscribe, guys. If you are new to the channel, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. And I'm out of here. Until next time, y'all. You already know what it is.